Trying to get some like footage for the.
It's so cute.
All right, so you get a mixing bowl and you add 1 cup of room temperature water, and then to that you add a teaspoon of instant yeast, and you also add some sugar, like a teaspoon of sugar. And then you grab a chopstick and just kind of mix all that stuff together. And then you add 2 cups of flour, all purpose or whatever, and a teaspoon of salt, and you throw that business on your standing mixer, and you mix it together for like 5 minutes. And then you get 2 bowls. Put a little bit of oil. That's probably too much. So you just kind of wipe it around, just oil up the bowls. Just, yep, oil them both up. And then you grab your dough. It's pretty wet, but that's fine. You just split it up into 2 sort of roughly even globs of dough. Maybe a bit more even than that. There you go. Nice. Because today we're making 2 pizzas. We're making 2 different types of pizza. Okay, so yeah, you take your bowls of dough and you put some saran over them and put them aside to rise. So you're going to want to start by grabbing an onion and cutting it in half, and then further cutting those halves into little semicircular strips like this. Nice. And then you're going to take, I guess just break them up into little pieces, and then you're going to get a pan on the stove, kind of at medium heat, and toss your onions in there. Then you're going to grab some mushrooms, and you're going to do kind of the same thing. Just chop them up into chunks. Oh, thank you. You're going to chop your mushrooms up into chunks and pour those in another pan. This is kind of a 2-pan situation you got going on here. Into that mushroom pan, you're going to add a little garlic salt, maybe a little pepper if you want. And then check on your onions. You want them at low heat. You're caramelizing them. So, maybe you add a little bit of water, maybe you add a little bit of brown sugar, but basically you just want to really slowly cook them. And you grab some kind of yellow pepper. I don't actually know what this is called. It's like a medium level of heat pepper, and you add that to your mushrooms. Kind of stir that whole business together. Check on your onions. Maybe, yeah, there you go. Add a bit of water. It's going to take time. It takes like half an hour to caramelize onions. Check on your dough. They're looking good. Maybe a little bit too shaggy looking. So what you're going to do is you're going to toss a little bit of flour on a countertop. You're going to scrape your dough out. Try to not deflate it too much, but you're still going to want to let it rise a little bit after this. Just roll it around in the in the flour. Yeah, nice. You probably don't actually have to do this. I think I was just getting nervous because of how like jagged the balls were looking, but I think it's probably fine. Anyway, so you do that. And then once your mushrooms and stuff are cooked, you put a little bit of oil in that same pan, and you pour basically all the tomato sauce you have in the house left over. This is like, I think probably maybe a third of a cup. And you just kind of heat it up in the pan, kind of try to pick up all the leftover mushroom and pepper stuff, and you add a little bit more garlic salt and probably too much oregano and a little bit of paprika, and you whatever, mix it all together, heat it all up. That's pretty nice. You can kind of go nuts with this. A little pepper is good in there too. A little more water in the onions, why not? There's the dog. It's all coming together pretty nice. Getting a little dark, getting some of that color. You love to see that. Okay, so now we're gonna assemble the pies. So parchment paper, a little bit of flour on the paper. Toss one of your dough balls on there. Just flatten her out into a circular pizza shape. This is not a big deal. You just try your best. It has to be vaguely circular, but it's okay if it's not. Take your sauce, just kind of glob it into the middle there. There you go. And using a spoon of some sort, just kind of smear it around. Nice. Try to evenly distribute it if you can. A little bit of mozzarella grated on there. This is just regular mozzarella from the store. I don't know. Yeah, you can spread it out with your bare hands. That's probably fine to do. And then you put your mushroom and pepper on there. You put them on there. That's great. So you put your mushrooms and your peppers on there, evenly distribute, and that goes in the oven. The oven is, I guess, at like 420-ish degrees. I just slide the whole business with the paper and everything on there. I know that's probably not the right way to do it, but and after about 12 minutes, 15 minutes, you got a pie. I mean, you can't beat that. So here's the other pie. This one's a little different. So same deal. You roll it out. Not even close to circular on this one. Put a little olive oil. You just kind of smear it around with your bare hands. That's fine to do. Yeah, just cover the whole surface of the thing in olive oil. And then get some honey. Kind of try. This probably would be better if you were to heat the honey up a little bit. It'd probably spread a little nicer, but I didn't do that. So whatever, you just kind of wipe it with a spoon. Okay, so now you add a little bit of feta cheese. Pretty nice. And then a little bit of mozzarella atop that. Great. So you got olive oil, honey, feta, mozzarella, and now your caramelized onions. Wonderful, right? I mean, that rocks. Look at that. And you spread that out. Just use your hands. It's fine. And then that also goes in the oven and cooks for about the same amount of time. And I mean, come on. I ate a slice, I guess. I mean, you can't beat that. That's two great looking pies. All right. Thanks for watching. See you next time.